Generic design apps are great for vibes, but they're a nightmare for precision. When you're mapping out a floor plan or a pattern drawing, close enough doesn't cut it. Today we're looking at Canvas Extra, the 2D powerhouse that turns complex technical data into clean, scalable reality. Canvas Extra handles 2D vector illustration, image adjustment, and text editing in one seamless environment. I'm Natalie. Let's skip the fluff and go straight into the Canvas Extra setup to keep your visualizations crisp and your workflow efficient. Think of this layout area as your master assembly. Everything here is an object, which keeps the hierarchy flat. The toolbox contains all of Canvas's tools. Closed it and can't find it? Just head to the menu bar, select Window, Toolbox, Show Toolbox to reopen it. The Properties bar is your real-time engine. Because it's context-aware, it updates the moment you switch tools, showing you exactly what you need and nothing you don't. If you're still getting a feel for the shortcut logic, head to the Help menu and toggle Show Canvas Assistant. Just like the Properties bar, the Canvas Assistant is context-aware, so instead of a static guide, it updates on the fly based on whatever tool you have active to keep your workflow moving. I'm a big believer in a custom UI. Head into the Window menu under Palettes to find the specific tools for your project. Here I'm selecting both the Align and Combine palettes. To pin these palettes to the docking bar for quick retrieval, just click the top corner of any palette. On the right, you've got your docking bar. Once your palettes are pinned, your tools stay out of the way until you actually need them. It's about building a workspace that actually scales with you. Keep an eye on the status bar at the bottom too. It's your quick reference for object details and page navigation. Let's jump over to the object page and look at how these elements actually behave. Selection states in Canvas are intuitive. Click an object to pull up the math in the Properties bar. This is where you handle the fine-tuning without digging through sub-menus. If you need to modify the geometry, double-click to hit Edit mode. You'll see the pen icon pop up. That's your signal that you're working on the raw paths. Make any adjustments to your object and just hit Escape to commit those changes and get back to your selection state. In a technical layout, alignment is a hard requirement. To align multiple objects, hold down the Shift key while selecting each object, or draw a box around the objects to select them. Notice the one with black indicators? That's your anchor. Then you can find Align options on the Properties bar to arrange objects. Everything snaps relative to that specific anchor, keeping the layout mathematically perfect. Now you have precision and efficiency. Let's switch to the text page. Select the text tool from the toolbox and then draw a box where you want to type. The Properties bar contains all of the features you need to customize the appearance. Here's a massive time saver for maintaining consistency across your documentation. Instead of rebuilding your styles from scratch, just copy the text with the formatting you need, select your target, and hit Paste Attributes under the Edit menu. If you're dialed in a specific look, like the drop shadow, you can instantly map those attributes onto your next object. It's high-end consistency without having to manually track your original settings. For image adjustments, we're staying inside the app. Select the image you want to edit. I'm dialing in the opacity and contrast directly from the Properties bar, but the interface is flexible and you can pull in granular options for multiple images depending on the depth your project requires. For real control over your assets, navigate to the Image menu and select Adjust Levels. By shifting the black and white points, we can pull out those hidden details, perfecting the contrast until those assets look high resolution and the visual is completely seamless. Final pro tip, skip the import menus, just drag and drop your assets directly into the layout. It's the fastest way to build out your visualization. Let's look at a real-world scenario. When you're handling complex architectural layouts, precision isn't just a preference, it's the entire point of the build. Here's how to run a path analysis and object synchronization directly within your master layout, keeping everything high fidelity without the standard app switching lag. We're treating these assets as intelligent objects. I'm going to pull the furniture block from bedroom 2 and snap it into bedroom 3. Notice the alignment? It's a clean one-to-one match. Now for the actual workflow analysis, I'll toggle the dash pattern and set our brand palette blue for the line attributes. I'm mapping a specific path from the main entry through the core hallway. We need to visualize the clearance and movement flow through the space. Canvas calculates the distance, step count, and walking time in real time. It's an instant audit of the space's efficiency without ever leaving the application. If the visualization feels too flat, I'll swap the highlight. I'm moving to a high contrast orange to make the path pop against the floor plan's grayscale geometry. And that's the workflow. Clean data, professional results, and zero wasted motion. Drop these tools into your next build and see how much faster your documentation comes together. I'll catch you in the next one.